And when I read the character of Aibileen, what attracted me to her was that she went on a journey. That when you meet her in the beginning, this is a woman who is dead. She has lost a child, and she has buried herself in just duty and routine. She is just someone who's going through her life until this dream is awakened in her. And what fascinated me was the journey she took until she finally got to that absolute end. To me, I would define Aibileen as a liberated woman, because she is the one character, everybody kind of has a very clear cut, well, except for Yul May, but there are people who have a very clear cut ending. She walks into nothing, hoping that she can create something from a future that the only thing that she's infused it with are dreams and faith. I think that that's a pretty extraordinary journey to take as a character, as an actor. It's a great problem to be able to solve as an actor. And I wanted to do that. I found her to be absolutely a strong, liberated, fascinating woman, and she was a maid. And that's the thing that was the roadblock to me. I had to look beyond the fact that she was a maid and say that she's not just a maid. This is a woman, this is a human being, a woman of strength, a woman whose voice needs to be heard. And I said, it's a no-brainer. I have to do it. It's a great challenge.
And how they weren't defined by just being housekeepers. They were strong, important women who actually sacrificed so much of their time to, help children grow up and hopefully, think a different way.
It was such an incredible experience working on this movie, because I've never worked on a movie that is predominantly an ensemble of women. And it was the easiest job I've ever done. We just all felt such gratitude to be able to play such complex characters with one another. And it was really an extraordinary experience.
I felt this huge responsibility, even though it's make-believe and we're in costumes and we're all friends. When everybody commits to these scenes, that are often horrific scenes, I felt oftentimes nauseous, a fear of being gratuitous, a fear of, am I supposed to be doing this? Do I have a right to do this? Are we going to make people mad? And you don't realize the awesome responsibility that you've taken on until 80 people show up, actors and crew members, and commit to telling it truthfully, and the power of that is really humbling, and that was a big surprise to me.
There is something about being a black actor that my fear sometimes with us is that we're concerned with image and message and not excellence. Is that we're concerned with the message and not how it's executed. If Sally Field or Meryl Streep or Hilary Swank, when she did Boys Don't Cry, or Jodie Foster when she did The Accused and she walks into a bar and she's raped by men, nobody asked them the implications of how do you feel women are going to take this, playing a character that was weak enough or didn't have the right judgment. They're praised for the work. They're praised for illuminating these human beings, for bringing them to life. It's the same thing with August Wilson. All of his characters are illiterate. They're out of prison. They're ex-slaves. Unbelievable, flawed human beings, and beautiful in terms of their flaws. And he chose those characters to chronicle our lives and our history in this country. He chose the everyman. He wasn't choosing them because they were good and heroes. He chose them because they were people, That's what I thought that I was called to do as an actor, so that's what I work on in my craft. I work on the specifics of who this character is, and I always thought that by doing that I would inspire people. I hope that I do.